Hello everyone, alam mo Minglava. It's Thet San Andersen here, and I'm gonna do my daily makeup routine. And I will be talking about the things that I did in order to level up. So let's start. I do not bring all of my makeups that I have. I have boxes and boxes of makeup for different occasions, if I'm going full glam or if I'm going for more a natural look. I competed for Miss Universe over a year ago, and I started to prepare over 2 years ago. What I did was I started to get more strict on my diet. I tried to not eat pastries and cakes and all that. And I love pastries and cakes. And that was really hard to just cut out like that. But it took some time. There was times I got back to the addiction of sugar. And the closer I got to the competition, the more real it became, and the stricter I became with my diet. I went to just drinking like Coke Zero. I know it's not great, but it's better than normal soda and cake. So I became more addicted to Coke Zero with lemon in it. So that's what I replaced it with. I needed to cut out on alcohol, and as many of you guys know, the alcohol drinking culture in Korea is serious. People drink almost every day. So that was also hard to stop when I was living there. But when I moved to Myanmar, that was kind of simple. The only thing you needed to do to stop drinking was to stop going out, to stop meeting people in the evening when it was easy to just take a drink here or there. And I think a bit of my social life died a lot. So I apply my foundation first on my hand so that I can get it evenly out on my face. So I basically stopped going out. I did that not only because I needed to take care of my skin and weight, but also because of the image that I portray to the public. Like, I will now be this Miss Universe. And does Miss Universe go out partying, drinking? No, she's doing other things. So I need to put in my head, how does a Miss Universe look and how does she act? And I would act accordingly. And that's same goes for like any of you. Like, if you guys want to become something, you got to think, how do their life look and how would they act and how does their diet and all that look daily, not just 1-2 days a week, like every single day. You need to live, breathe whatever you want to do, and it will become easier to achieve it. So I stopped going to parties, lost my social life, and I started to see difference in myself. I started to see, okay, I lost weight, I got better skin. People started to respect me more because they saw the effort and the changes that I did. And I think that's kind of important also, like once you start to see changes, that also keeps you motivated. So when I started to see how people interacted with me differently and not just for let's go out party, but let's do some work, let's do this and let's create project and can you take photos for this and that. The conversations with the people I had changed. And that was because I changed the way I was living and how I was portraying myself. The same people that I went out with, the same people that I was partying with, instead of asking me to go out party, they were asking me to come for lunch and we could start talking business. So the next thing that I did after all that was to learn what fits me in terms of makeup, hair, and outfits. My outfits were, I was already very into fashion, but it was hard to find the things that I liked in Myanmar, honestly. It was a little hard. It was not as easy to find clothes in Myanmar as it was to find clothes in Sweden or Denmark. I'm really into thrifting, and it's not that big in Myanmar yet. And I didn't really know like how a Miss Universe dresses, so I needed to change my entire wardrobe, everything that I wore basically. I was wearing more street style-ish, more laid back, a little more like avant-garde, like couture-ish mixed with the thriftings, but that doesn't really go along to what Miss Universes wear. So I needed to change my entire wardrobe. And I did have some wardrobe flops in the beginning. I know that people were pointing it out after I had interviews in Myanmar. And instead of taking it as bad comments, they're like, oh, she cannot dress. I was really reading into them. And sometimes I even messaged them, what do you guys think I should wear instead? And they would respond. If they cared, they responded. And they said, you should try to wear this, you should try to wear this. And I took their tips. I really did. And same thing went for my makeup, my hair. I think my hair was the last thing that I learned how to do. I already knew how to do my makeup, but my hair was so hard. Because I literally have like 3 tablespoons of hair, 3 strands, and I have no volume. So I needed really to learn how to tame my hair and take care of it and to make it look full and big like all those like Miss Universe girls. So that was the last thing I learned. Makeup, I just changed the way I did makeup from more natural to glam. And that's super easy. You can just learn that on YouTube or, I don't know, Instagram or TikTok. Okay, what am I doing now? I need to think. So I'm doing my concealer. I usually do like very bright concealer in certain spots. I've seen myself in photos so many times, and the places that always get dark is like here. I know that like usually people say that you should do concealers that are like two shades lighter than yours, and this is like 11 shades lighter, but that's okay. Because once you blend it out and then you put powder on, it blends in fine. But this is because I know my face, I know where the flash hits and where it doesn't. It might not fit for everyone, but it fits for me. I could take 30 minutes to do makeup, or I could take 3 hours. I learned how to do glam makeup, and I remember at Miss Universe, even though there is makeup artists that's standing there, it's not always sure that they will have time for you. They might have a girl that they're struggling their makeup with, and mind you, there's over 120 girls, more 120 girls, yeah, more than that, that's standing in line to do makeup with makeup artists, and they're like, what, 25, 30 makeup artists. The math is not mathing. There's not going to be enough time to do makeup for all the girls. So just assume that you're not going to get anything done and just learn how to do makeup and learn to do hair. And this is not just about the competition. This is about any other events. If you're a model, if you want to go to events and they say there's makeup artists, don't assume that they will be able to do it on you. Otherwise, you'll end up in catastrophe if you're not able to do your own makeup, and you're just gonna stand there with no makeup and everyone else will look so slay, except you. So learn how to do your makeup and learn how to do it in different ways. I learned how to do makeup when I was really young because I really enjoyed doing makeup. I loved art, I loved drawing, doing paintings and all that. So I started to do my makeup, I think, when I was at the age of 9, 10. I remember I came to school with a full glam makeup. It looked terrible. It was like blue eyeshadow and red lipstick. And my friend's mom, she took her daughter to the side and be like, is your friend okay? Why is she wearing makeup? She's like 10 years old. But she was like, oh no, but Tess, she really loves doing makeup, so that's just her thing. And her mom thought it was really weird. Fast forward, we're still best friends till today. And I never changed. I just continued doing my makeup. I went to school with full glam, full makeup. And I'm thankful I didn't stop, honestly, because it really saved myself when I went to the competitions. But if you don't know how to do makeup, learn. It's important. The small details in how to like elevate yourself, I think, would be if you're smoking, stop. Ladies, don't smoke. It's not beautiful. Imagine you wearing a beautiful dress, you're all glammed up, and someone sees you and you pull out a cigarette. It's not giving. It's not classy. It definitely takes away the beauty of a female, I think of anyone actually, and not just female, but it's not great being drinking and smoking. I'm not gonna say I've never done it before, but it's not a great look if you want to elevate yourself. You can go out to connect with people, but don't get messed up. You go out, just have a little fun, and then go home early if you're trying to keep an image. So I realized that I got a little paler again after I got this little powder, and I got a little more pale from when I got it, but at the time I was really, really dark. I'm trying to keep my skin a little darker. I try to do tanning, but my tanning mousse or tanning cream, I left it in Myanmar. So I've just been tanning in the sun. I know it's not great, but I feel my makeup looks a lot better when I'm a little tan than just pale. So if you're into like pageants and if you're thinking about competing, this is definitely steps you need to put in mind. Other things that you need to put in mind is how to finance everything in the pageant industry. So now this is past just elevating yourself. Now this is more about pageant. If you are competing, you need to do all these things that I've been talking about. And the next thing is how you fix your economy. So competing is not cheap. Competing is actually expensive. All the daily wears you need to have, you need to look great every day, makeup, hair, and you need to do content, right? So if you do projects, you need to figure out your project. You need to learn how you want to market it. Are you looking for sponsors to sponsor your project? And who is going to film your stuff? And are you going to write your own script? If you don't do all this by yourself, it will cost money. You need to put that in mind. Your national costume or your performance, you need to think about that as well. That's going to cost. I think when I did Miss Universe Myanmar, the thing that cost me the most was the national costume. I think it went past 30 lakh, which is like 30 times 100,000 Myanmar kyat. And 100,000 Myanmar kyat is approximately, what is it now? 1,500 kyat is $1. So if you do the math, it was quite a lot. It was quite a lot just for a little costume. And I really put time and effort into the costume, and I still didn't win. So you cannot be sure that you'll win either, but you do it to stand out, to make a name, because that's gonna be the thing that you'll be representing for the rest of your life, basically. And it will follow you. Like the thing you wear as a national costume, the thing you wear as for evening gown, and the thing you've been wearing for daily wears, people will always remember, and they will dig it up when they need to. I've seen like Miss Universe girlies from 2018, their daily wear, it's constantly popping up. So mind you, everything that you do, everything that you wear, every look that you do will follow you for the rest of your life. That's why invest in it. Okay, I am done with my base and I'm going to my eyes right now. I'm trying to keep it kind of natural. I'm just gonna go in with like a little brown shadow. I think the biggest like life changes that I needed to do in order to do Miss Universe and take it seriously was I was living in another country. I was living in Korea. I need to give up my work. I need to give up the place I was living. I need to give up the friendships that I had there. I mean, we're still friends, but I will not able to see them anymore. So I need to give up everything in order to go to Miss Universe in Myanmar and take it seriously. There was a lot of things I needed to give up. And I think because of that, I took it a lot more seriously. And if you want to take things seriously, you need to give up things. But it's an exchange. Imagine it's an exchange with the universe. You give something up and the universe will give you something. Also, if you hang on to things, you won't be able to get other things. If you hang up to toxic friendship group or you hang on to a toxic relationship, you're not gonna be able to find the good that you deserve if you just hang on to it. You gotta learn to give up and move on in your life. Other things will always come to you, but don't hang on because it's okay. Never hang on because it's okay, because you deserve better. Everyone deserves better. You just gotta know your worth and know when to give up. I was really struggling with my weight. I gain weight really, really easily. And I have the biggest sweet tooth. I know in Myanmar, I was basically eating like egg rolls, protein bars, protein shakes, and chicken. That was it. But I went to that from eating 2 pastries a day, having 2 coffees from cafes. I had 3 meals a day. And if I met with my friends, we maybe had a dessert and we had a drink. I went from that to the egg rolls, and it took a long time. It took a long. I think I fell back on the pastries once a week. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm back at it again. But I needed to be serious. When I stopped losing weight, I got a little stressed. I'm like, okay, all this work I put in for nothing, like this cannot be it. So I just needed to be more strict on myself. I was comfortable in the way I looked, but I think that the people that was following me and they really wanted Myanmar to have a placement, they wanted me to be perfect. And I honestly wanted to deliver that to them. So I did everything in order for people to see that I was trying my best. I was doing my best in order to represent my country in the best shape as possible. And I really did my best. I really did my best. So after the competition, I don't feel I have no regrets. You know, you cannot really pick and choose which position you get on. It's totally, completely up to them. And you're just gonna be accepting of where you get placed. But I think my effort and the time and everything that I did, I don't think I would change anything about it because it was really, really tough. I did a lot, I changed a lot, and yeah, it just is what it is. When you do competition, you also need to know that you cannot always win, and you need to have an acceptance of that. I don't think I had that much mental blocks because I was so sure what my goal was. My goal was to win Miss Universe Myanmar, and my goal was to show the people what I was capable of. So for me, giving up was never really an option. I was so set on my goal that I didn't want to. I couldn't give up. The only thing maybe was the sweets, the sugary things. And every time I folded for the sugary things, I got so angry at myself. I got so disappointed and angry at myself. I'm like, I did all this for what? For just me to be weak for like 30 seconds. And I think those were like the worst moment. I also had FOMO when my friends, they went out partying and they invited me so many times, and once they stopped inviting me, I'm like, oh my God, I don't have friends anymore. So that kind of stressed me out a little, but my real friends, there's obviously still around, and the party friends will always be just party friends. So I think that stressed me out for a bit, but it was still okay. I still had a goal. I still know the party will always be there. I think with that thought, I was like, it's fine, it's fine. So I kind of like calm myself down by thinking these things. And I was very just set on my goal. I was just very goal-minded. I wish I had my lash tweezers, but I forgot, so I'll just be sticking them on like this. I actually got this one sponsored by BSC Cosmetics in Myanmar, but it's a Thai brand, and honestly, their eyeshadow has gone with me since the day I got this. I always overdraw a little. With everything that I've said, you can take the advice if you want, you don't need to. This is just my personal journey and the things that worked for me. If you want to elevate your life or you want to compete for a pageant, any of these tips will definitely help you. So it's up to you and what you want in life. This is a really odd lip color. I got this from Gigi in Yangon as well. It's like a little lip tint. It's the weirdest color, but when I apply it, I don't know, I love it. It's super pretty. It's this like peachy color. It becomes this peachy color when I mix it with the lip liner. I think that's about it. I just brushed through my eyebrows a bit. I've done like a soft glam, basic lips, and contour, and that's kind of my daily makeup routine. Thank you everyone for watching my video. That's all I have to say today. And if you like this video and you want me to continue liking my videos, subscribe, and comment what you want to see, what kind of videos you want to see, and I'll take it in mind. Thank you so much for watching. Love y'all. Bye-bye.